Earlier today, the Trump team announced that they expect the Georgia indictment to come down at any moment. And on Friday night, Donald Trump had this to say about all of these indictments that keep hitting him.
As an example, every one of these many fake charges filed against me by the corrupt Biden DOJ could have been filed 2.5 years ago. They didn't want to do it 2.5 years ago. They wanted to wait. And they did wait. They waited right to the middle of an election, and they waited until I became the dominant force in the polls, because we're dominating everybody, including Biden, in the polls. And then they filed them all, every one of them, all at essentially one time, including local DAs and AGs and even other cases right in the middle of the campaign, where we're leading by so much, and it's not going to make any impact, because every time they file an indictment, we go way up in the polls. We need one more indictment to close out this election. One more indictment, and this election is closed out. Nobody has even a chance. We've already defeated the Republicans. They're at 2 and 3 and 1.
Is he kidding? Is he just trying to keep his spirits up? Or has once again Donald Trump played 4D chess and he's about to win it all?
Let's get ready to rumble! You can't handle the truth.
Hi, I'm Pastor Marty. This is the Afternoon Drive. Thank you so much for stopping by, watching our channel. Make sure that you are subscribed. If you're not, please do so. Check your subscription. You may think you are, but YouTube may have decided, you haven't watched it in the last 15 minutes, so we unsubscribed you. So check your subscription status. Once you're subscribed, make sure you smack the bell, click the word all to get notification of my rants. Then please like and share this video to get the word out. President Trump is not lying when he says that every time he gets hit with a new indictment, his poll numbers go up. And he is absolutely rocking even after the so-called big bombshell, the one they've been waiting for, the January 6th, where he was responsible for the Fedsurrection. And again, his poll numbers are way up. He's leading the GOP pack by like 70 points now, and he is pulling ahead of Joe Biden. Some other polling numbers have been coming out recently that are not looking good for the current occupant of the White House. One of them is the fact that now 69%, might as well say 70%, of all Republicans believe that Joe Biden is an actual illegitimate president, that there was a problem. The issue here is it wasn't that long ago that President Trump did not have the majority of Republicans who believe that. That's why the rhinos like the Witness Protection Romney and the Liz Cheneys felt empowered to be part of the J6 squad hit job against Donald Trump. And it has horribly backfired. Liz Cheney got bounced from her congressional seat. And Mitch McConnell, who at first was, all about what an awful thing it was that the president did. And then you got Mike Pence out there trying to say that, Donald Trump's reckless words caused January 6th, part of all of that overhype of the establishment propaganda. But now, you've got a majority of Republicans, a vast majority, now say, you know what? I think there really was a problem in 2020. Joe Rogan is now saying that there was some real problems in the election that denied Kari Lake the governorship of Arizona. Bum, ba-dum-bum.
How much election fraud do you think is real?
Here we go, Joe. You want to go to election fraud?
Yeah, because I don't think it's zero.
No,
it's
no
not
way.
Zero. I think we could all agree it's not zero.
No way it's not zero.
And we know that these voting machines can be f***ed with.
Yeah.
And we know that there's some irregularities, all that Kari Lake stuff in Arizona that they're trying to dismiss. It doesn't look like that's invalid. It looks like there's real fraud there. It looks like there's some real shenanigans there. At the very least, there was voting machines that weren't working properly, and it seems very suspicious that a lot of them were in Republican areas. There's a lot of shenanigans. And I think there's coordinated efforts to make sure that certain people get elected. I don't know how far they go, but I know it's not zero.
Oh, there were definite shenanigans that went on there, Joe. No doubt about it. Yes, the voting machines can be tampered with. Things can happen, but we're not allowed to talk about that. And now you've got Tucker Carlson has interviewed the police chief of Washington, D.C. on January the 6th, who said it's a cover-up. It's a cover-up. It's a cover-up. Fox News wouldn't let him air that. And it's all going to come out now because Donald Trump, and with all of these indictments, what is it that they keep alleging other than the one that involves Stormy Weather Daniels and that, that escapee from Jurassic Park who says Donald Trump groped her in a store dressing room, 30 years ago? What is it that they all say? Well, the January 6th, he tried to overthrow the government because he was denying the election. What is the coming indictment from Georgia all about? He denied the election. What did the indictments coming out of Manhattan have to deal with, and what we've got with the other impending indictments that could be hanging out there? He's denying the election. Which means now President Trump gets to bring before the American people, because when he finally goes in for trial on this stuff, it will be televised. He now gets to present the evidence of what happened in 2020. Oh, that's all been shown and it's been thrown out by all the courts and it's all been decided. Wrong. Every court punted on this. They basically just kept telling Trump, you have no case, you have no case, you have no case. He was never allowed to present his case. He will now. Bum, ba-dum-bum. Former campaign advisor, and whether you like him or not, brilliant political strategist, Steve Bannon, had this to say.
I think you're seeing here the law of unintended consequences. We welcome this day. We welcome the full throwdown of the administrative and deep state coming after President Trump and the Trump movement, the populist nationalist movement that is ascendant in our country. And I got to tell you, if they had anything, they would have charged him with sedition or with insurrection. They didn't. They have these 4 kind of bizarre charges. They have to do backflips. But here's the great news, and for your audience, we have been looking for a venue to fully adjudicate the stealing of the election in 2020, and they've given it to us. 2 things are going to happen in this trial. We get to fully adjudicate the 2020 election because they made it, everything they've done is contingent upon him willingly and knowingly believe that he didn't win the election. We can show that he did win the election and that he believed it. In addition, the whole issue about January 6th and what we call the Fedsurrection. A tape just got put up today by Raheem Kassam on his site. Tucker Carlson's interview with the chief of Capitol Hill Police that the Murdochs and Fox News suppressed just came out, where the chief of police is saying, hey, this is a cover-up. This was a quasi-government operation, and we intend to adjudicate that in this trial. So we welcome this. The MAGA movement welcomes this. We're going to fight this, and it also is going to help initiate the impeachment inquiry, which I think you'll see in the next 2 weeks. The formal impeachment inquiry on Joe Biden will commence.
Have no fear. MAGA, our message, and our man are going to be vindicated in the eyes of the American people. I cannot predict what whack job judges and certain juries from Democratic stronghold jury pools will do to the president. But I can tell you that before it's over, the vast majority of the American people, not just Republicans, the vast majority of the American people will know the truth. And I'm sorry, but the preacher in me leans into the Word of God on this one, and the truth will set you free. He has walked these people into a 4D chess move by throwing all of these indictments on him. It has not stopped him. It has not thwarted him. It has not caused the rest of the Republicans to be able to gain steam. They're done. They're over. They're history. And now he will be adjudicated because he gets to present and try this case directly to the American people. Bum, ba-dum, bum.